prevent an optical illusion to a lot of people.
All right, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back. Episode 3 of Ball Talk. We've made it 3 episodes.
We made it so far.
Pretty good, right? So
yeah, I see that.
I want to say thanks to Papa Vaz again. That was an awesome episode. That was so much fun to record, and I just like you, I listened back to it a couple times because it was just so captivating. It was really good, man. It was just a good conversation.
It was, man, and people didn't know this, but after we done the episode, we actually talked with Papa Bass a little bit more, and it was still amazing, man. That was a great episode, and thank you again, Papa Bass, for being here. And sometime, hopefully, again, we can do it again sometime soon. Who knows? But definitely, we'll be, grateful to have you here again.
For sure, and that's what we said after we, I think, finished recording. We're like, man, we could go like 3 more hours. There's so many more questions, and like.
Way too many more questions to answer. So yeah, definitely was great.
So that was fun. So okay, so here this week. What's been going on with you, man? This past week.
Oh man, just getting up to work back again after a while. Trying to grind between the game, and just trying to stay healthy.
Nice.
Trying to stay healthy. Wearing my mask all the time.
Yep.
I got it all over the place. So, we just got to keep healthy and see what happens, See when this is all over, finally.
Hopefully soon at some point, man. Jeez, yeah. I'm with you,
man. How about you, man? What about you?
It's been a busy week for me. I know you know my situation, but maybe some of you guys don't. I just recently moved about 2,000 miles east from the West Coast to Texas. And I took little man, my oldest son, with me, mini Uber. But my wife and micro Uber stayed back in California for another 6 weeks or so. Well, they just got in 2 nights ago, so it's been a whirlwind of stuff, not just like emotions and seeing the kids again and seeing the kids together again. It's been we do everything together as a family, so it was really strange to do stuff separate like for 6 weeks. 6 weeks seemed like a year or 2 years. It seemed like really long, but it was only 6 weeks. But they're here now, so it's been busy. It's been definitely busy. I haven't been able to get on the game as much as I'd like to, but I did get a couple hours in today, so I'm kind of happy about that. So I feel rejuvenated.
Oh, let's get it.
Let's talk about. Okay, so let's talk. Why don't we start with this? Because I was just on the MLB.com website. Why don't we start with IRL baseball? What do you? There's some news. First of all, Willie Mays turns 90 today at the time of this recording. Now, when you guys hear it, he'll be 90 years old in a day or 90 years old in 2 days.
Yeah, probably. Yeah,
the oldest living Hall of Famer, I think. At this
I believe
point.
he is. Yeah, it is. There's nobody else alive. Not that I know so far.
Right.
Because they're all gone. So, yeah, he's the only one so far being alive.
Amazing player, right? Like, he actually, he played in the Polo Grounds.
That was a long time ago.
That was a long time ago. And
long time ago.
And I think I read that on the website, too. He's one of the greatest players that most people never got to see play because of, that was 70 years ago. Yeah. You know what I mean? Literally 60, 70 years ago. His prime years were in the 50s and 60s, so
exactly.
Obviously there's some highlights that everybody knows about, and you could make the argument that like the greatest all-around player of all time. Now again, there's so hard.
Well, there's always going to be this debate about who is the greatest of all time. Some people have Babe Ruth and they're the greatest of all time. Some people have Willie May. Some people have Hank Aaron. Some people had maybe Honus Warner also in between there.
Right.
So there's like way too many guys to see who is the greatest of all time. Like, mostly people would say Babe Ruth, because he was at his time like amazing, even though he never trained. So that was pretty amazing. But the greatest of all time, it's really hard to say. Like
It's hard. Yeah,
it's hard to say.
you can make a case for each and one of those people you just mentioned, plus probably
Definitely.
5 more. I mean, Roberto Clemente, who we talked about last week,
Also too.
he's right up there too, right? And who
Well,
knows,
that too.
but you can make a case for each and one of them. Like Babe Ruth, you add the pitching, like his pitching career
Yeah,
into the
he
mix,
also
and
had
you
a
go
good
like,
career.
"What?
Yeah.
That's a whole nother."
Like, it doesn't matter what list you made, people are not going to be happy with.
True.
Say, yeah, but you missed this guy, and then you missed the other guy, but he should be a little high, and this
Yeah,
guy shouldn't be at there at all. So it's always going to be a debate.
totally.
Nobody, like, for me right now, there is no goal. Like, they're all great, because
Mhm.
to say only one out of all those guys where they go, be like, like respecting the other guys who actually were really good at, playing
Right?
baseball at that time. So it's really hard to say. Like,
It's
it's a subject that we can also discuss here. When we get another episode for sure, and see who is the goal way, or what, or
uh,
put the arguments and see who the goal is actually.
I like that. I actually have
Yeah,
we have a lot of ideas like that,
yeah,
planned.
definitely. We
For
got definitely a lot of ideas.
So as the year goes on, MLB The Show right now is really hot. Obviously, just dropped. We just got our first like real big content drop too. We'll talk about that.
Finally,
Yes,
maybe we'll talk about that in a second.
and there's so much MLB right now. But as the year goes on, as we roll into October, November, December, there's going to be other stuff that we'll do. We'll do some fun stuff, and
Yeah,
maybe it'll be more like IRL baseball and historical baseball, and maybe even we'll do a little list of greatest baseball video games of all time. There's all kinds of cool stuff we can do.
way too many. Right now, we're just focusing the season on the baseball, actually in real life and on the game,
Mhm.
because the content is coming hot right now.
Yeah,
But definitely about that time, November, December, when the content cool off, like because
yeah,
you cannot talk about baseball all year long or the same game. Like, even though the game is great, it's just like we know way too much. So
right.
we just definitely want to have like another approach and see, and keep the podcast, actually not podcast fresh. So for you
Yes.
guys, you can actually see what happens, and entertain yourself.
Yep. Totally agree. So
Yeah, for sure.
from one Hall of Famer, Willie Mays, to another future Hall of Famer, I mean, no doubtedly, it's right. Albert Pujols just got
It's definitely
released
just
by the
have
Angels.
I just saw it. I was on Twitter, and I say the Angels released Albert Pujols. Like, wait, it's April 1st? Did I miss something? Is April
Right.
Fool Day? Is a joke?
I
And no,
know.
they actually like. I know he hasn't been the greatest so far in the last 5, 6 years. Since maybe since he left, St. Louis. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
But like it's. I guess this year's the last year of his contract.
Right.
And I just don't see you been paying the guy for almost 10 years now, and you're going to release at the end. Like, I just don't see the logic of that. Maybe he just wanted to go, or he just felt like, okay, I'm just taking somebody else's spot, and I'm just not doing like I used to do before.
Hmm.
For me, it just came as a surprise. Like, as pretty much as everybody else. Definitely came as a surprise that he just got released. Like, what?
To me, I agree with you in that. Like you said, I think there's no doubt he was a greater St. Louis Cardinal than Anaheim Angel, right? Now, granted, he broke a lot of the records and milestones he hit with the Angels, but that's because he was already
Yeah,
so far ahead in the numbers with his
exactly.
previous
Exactly.
team. So it just kind of happened to be that way. But I think largely, I think I totally agree with you. What was it? A 10-year, $220 million contract?
No, no, it
So
was 10 year, 240. Actually,
240. And now we
240.
got to remember that was 10 years ago, which
Yeah,
240
exactly.
million, now you see people making that, but back that, like, that was the biggest contract I think ever, right? When he signed it. It was something.
No,
Oh
there
no, was
was
that
actually
maybe A-Rod or
A-Rod.
A-Rod?
A-Rod had like
Yeah.
two before that, and then it came Pujols, and then it came Stanton like 2 or 3 years later, I
Hmm.
believe, and then it came everybody else.
Everybody else. Yeah. Now it's like
Everybody,
normal.
like everybody's saying like 300 million, like like I said, just everybody, whatever it is, we
Yeah.
just gonna give everybody 300 million. So like back then, 240, still, I mean, even to this day, that's a lot of money. That's 24 years a million, and
Right.
24 million a year.
Right.
And that's a lot of money. And did he deserve at the time? Absolutely, he was probably the best hitter on the game, no
Yeah.
doubt about it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Three-time MVP, definitely the guy you want to have your team. Now he was how old was he? Like 29 maybe or 30?
I think
He was like
I think he was
29,
30.
30.
30.
30 years on that. So when you sign a guy to 30 years old in baseball, you know you might get like 4 to 5 years out of him. At least
Mm,
it's my draw, of course, but you never know.
mm.
But being Pujols at that time, like it, it was definitely, like a little risk to do. I would say a lot of risk because you're giving a guy a lot of money. He might not perform, but maybe from a business standpoint, they actually got the money back. Who knows? With the jersey sale, the tickets,
I was
and all
thinking
that,
about that, and
they got it back.
him breaking those milestones in that Angels uniform. I wonder how much that's worth. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
that's got to have some
that's
kind of
definitely.
monetary.
Yeah, there's definitely worth the money about that. Like I said, they definitely got the money back. And just saying, Pujo is just, it went there because of the money. Let's be honest. You know what I mean? He
Right.
could stay in St. Louis for like 4 or 5 more years, maybe like 150. But again, we are not in his shoes. If somebody offer you that type of money, you'll be like,
Right.
I mean, I know I'm not going to be the best, but I'm still going to have 240 million by the time I retire.
And a
So
big
it's
ass
like,
mansion in Malibu, right? Right on the beach.
exactly. It's really hard to say no to that type of money.
Right.
It's really, really hard to say no. But
I,
nowadays, everybody's just different. Everybody's like, no, 300 plus million. Like, okay, this guy don't deserve it, but if you want to give it to him, okay.
yeah. It was surprising though that they just kind of released him to me, like you said, like
Yeah,
he seems
I
like the
just,
type of guy, like he's done some really good stuff in the community too. It's like he's been he's been a stand-up guy pretty much. I mean, as far as I know, I don't know any. Um, he seemed like that guy that would get like a farewell kind of tour, like, hey, this is gonna be it or something. I don't know, but
that's what I thought.
to
That's what I
just
thought. Like, just like that, like, it's
mm,
gone. Like, man, like I said, I'm pretty sure we're going to get a lot of more of his story as the hours
maybe,
go by.
yeah,
And we're definitely going to know, like, the gossip here and there, and then we just definitely going to see and know what happens, why he was released, or maybe he asked for it, or I don't know. But
could
definitely
be
something happened. It's just not going to happen like that because otherwise they would have just, get rid of him a long time ago because he wasn't doing like that
true.
that good like a few years ago. So
Yeah, it's
this
been
came as a surprise.
yeah, I totally agree. So that's kind of IRL section of baseball talk. Unless y'all got
No,
anything else
actually,
you want to talk?
no, yeah, yesterday actually, this guy from the Orioles,
Yeah.
John Means, I believe he threw a no hitter yesterday.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I saw that.
Yeah, I just don't remember his name right now. I was actually grinding the play of the month, which we're going to be, talking about that in a little second right now.
That's a
And I
tease.
was, yeah, yeah, yeah. And I was watching the game at the same time, and he got a perfect game going on.
Oh wow. So you were actually watching it live?
I was watching
Yeah.
it live actually, and he had a perfect game going on. And I guess his catcher dropped the ball, and the guy reached first base, and then he got Costini later on. So it was, but it was early on the game, so nobody
Yeah.
really was expecting like, okay, this might be a perfect game. And then when he gets to the 7th, 8th inning, okay, people be like, okay, this might be something. Like we're not gonna talk about it because the unwritten rule of baseball, you never talk about it,
Mm-hmm.
and it's not happening. And people be like, okay, let's see what happens. You came to the 9th inning, of course, everybody's eyes on. So what he's gonna do it, and he actually did it. It was actually a no hitter,
So
and it was the first one in like 30 plus year since the last pitcher who threw one for Baltimore in the 80s, I bet.
wow, wow.
Oh, yeah, that was amazing.
To think that he was this close to a perfect game too.
And again, come back for the game, like the little things that happen in the game.
Yeah.
You know, maybe at the end of the game, you take a look back and say, "Wow, if we just catch that ball, this would have been a perfect game." I mean, I know hitter is amazing too. Let's be
Yeah.
honest.
No doubt.
You know,
No
but you
doubt.
get you get a perfect game. You are right there because there was only be like 19 or 20 perfect games on history.
Right.
Okay? So
Right.
you it's not easy to throw at all.
A no hitter. I mean, you know this better than anybody, right?
Definitely. And then I was like, okay, he's pitching right now.
Mhm.
And I was like granting the moments that will be in and I'm like, okay, let me see his car, how much it is.
Mhm.
His car rises up to like 300% of the price. He's a silver. And he was like 3,999 stops by the time. I'm like, I'm not
Wow.
gonna buy. Yeah, I was like, let me see if nobody knows, but like everybody knows probably. Yeah, everybody knew it. Everybody was just buying the car left and right because he's going to get
Wow.
one pro.
That's
I
amazing.
know. That's like that's crazy. And then
That
we and this that brings us back to baseball again.
Yep.
To the game.
To
It's
the
all
game.
combined.
One real quick thing before we move on to MLB The Show. You pitched, and
I used to, yeah.
growing up. Did you ever come close to like a no hitter or anything like that?
I believe I throw one. Now the thing is, I don't remember. My mom did. My mom always told me, you threw a no hitter. Like, I don't know. They're like, yes, you did, because I was there. I don't remember doing it. Maybe it's because by then we didn't play 9 innings. We played 7 innings because we were just kids. And she said I did it. I'm gonna take his word. I'm gonna take her word and say, okay,
Right.
I did it. I don't know, but I don't remember doing it actually. Maybe I was too young and there's too many flashbacks.
Too much stuff going on, right? You're on the mound. There's a lot going on.
If she say I did it, then I'm gonna believe her. Then I did.
Yeah. She probably had a better view of it in a sense that she, because when you're in the game, it's a different, like, ground ball to first and ground ball to short. There's all kinds of stuff going on, and by the time you're done, you probably don't even. And it's not like we're talking like it's all on TV and replays and stuff like that. When you were playing,
no. Back then was not like
right.
that.
So then
it was just way different.
That's interesting though, man. That's cool. Okay, so let's talk about the game. We got news here there too. Finally, we got some content.
We got some content. We got the player of the month.
Yes.
95 Buxton.
Yes.
That I got it finally yesterday.
You did it?
Grinding. Yeah, I did it on one night. I was like,
wow.
I gotta do it. I was like, whatever, I'm going to do it. It took me like 2 hours, man. Actually, I was thinking they were going to drop the content, on Friday. I don't know why I was confused. They might going to drop it with the boss or something. But I just saw on my phone, like, content is live. Like, what content? This is Wednesday. What content you talking about?
Right, Wednesday.
Like, content, eh? Oh, play of the month. Oh, okay. I just got right on. I started doing it. It took me like 2 hours, maybe 2.5 hours, with some missions right there. You just get a little bit like do like few times because they look easy, but you know how it is. They just sometimes they take a time to.
Dude, they were all good for me until I ran into Vladimir Guerrero. I think it was 8 total bases.
8 total bases, yeah.
And versus that pitcher, I think it was it a lefty? I think he doesn't have that much. Or was it a right?
Yeah,
lefty.
It was John Lester one doing.
Yeah, and he doesn't have that much pop, man. I'm talking about versus the lefty. Man, I did that thing probably 20 times before I finally hit back-to-back home runs. It's like, God, just let me move on.
I was actually doing on the Discord. I was with a few friends doing it, and one of them spent like 2 hours, legit 2 hours, trying to do that mission alone.
Dang,
he couldn't do it. He was doing like 100. I was like, dude, just forget about the mission,
do
something else, and come back later on. No, I'm gonna do it. He spent time. I finished doing that. He was still doing that.
Wow.
Like a half an hour later, he finally ended. He said, "You know which car I'm not going to use again?" They say, "Yeah, blah, exactly." Because for some people it's complicated. For me, it was a pitching one. I hate pitching. Because I know when you get like 10 strikeout and don't allow one run, and you are like 1 strikeout away, and the computer decide like not today, and they just hit a home run.
Yeah.
And this happens so many times to me that I hate pitching mission. I just can't get it with it.
And
I hate it.
And 10 strikeouts, you got to go at least 4. You're talking 4 or 5 innings, If
4 or 5 innings,
yeah. So then you're on that 9th strikeout, and boom, solo shot into the bleachers. You're like, this is some BS.
Exactly. That's what I hate. Every time they put pitching missions, I understand they have to do it, but every time they do it, like, oh my God, I don't want to do this because I know it's so hard to do.
And especially against the computer, that's one thing that's kind of tough because you cannot go so far out of the strike zone because they just won't swing because they're, you know what I mean?
Swing.
Now you get an opponent online that's like me who swings at everything up here, and
you might get lucky.
You might get lucky, right? But against the CPU, there is a sweet touch around the strike zone. You can't really stray too far out, No, but then you also don't want to go so far in because then they'll just hit grounders all day or pop-ups and stuff, right?
Exactly.
You specifically need strikeouts.
That was so complicated sometimes, and that was like there's 2 pitching missions. One from 8 strikeouts,
yep,
and the other one from 10 strikeouts too. So I was like, oh my god. So that was the last two I did because I knew I wasn't going to fight with this right now. I'm just going to do at the end and whatever it
Mhm.
is happen. And yeah, I did it like it took me like 2 or 3 times maybe
Yeah,
because I was like in the fifth inning, only had like 2 strikeouts. And I'm just going to repeat this and just
right.
try to do it like 3 or 4 innings maybe. But yeah, it was like 2 hours. Took me 2 hours maybe. Probably some people do it in like an hour or something. But also have to play against the computer
Yeah.
and extra bases and home runs. And that was an easy part. I wasn't that bad.
So let me ask you that. How do you do your missions? Because this monthly was you
What?
can pretty much play across any mode within Diamond Dynasty, right? I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah, that's correct.
including Conquest, which is always cool, you
Including
know.
conquest. Yeah, I pretty much what I do is the moments first.
Yep,
I guess the moment gave you like 36 points, I
something like
believe, or
that. Yeah, that's what I
something
do
like that.
too.
So I do the moments first, and then I go to the other missions. To the no the extra base, the home run with the players they give you when
Yeah.
are going to do that.
Yep.
And I just go play a full 9 inning games. I mean, I never played the full 9 inning games. I just play against the Orioles. It's the worst team, rookie,
Versus
playing a
CPU. Okay.
yeah,
Oh,
playing a sheepet. I just load out my lineup with the guys I need,
yeah.
right at
Yep.
the top, and I just hope to get like 7, 8 runs. I just
Yeah.
count in my mind what do I need, or I just take a picture so I know exactly
Mhm.
what I'm doing.
Mhm.
And then when I'm doing that and I'm done, I just quit the game
Mhm.
and then go back again. Then I got more players to do and just do it like that.
That's a okay.
Because
That's a
conquest is like 3 innings, and then you don't have full energy. So I was gonna play a full 9 inning game. Make sure the pitching, if I
mm,
got all righties, the pitching is a lefty, so it's easy. You know,
yeah.
so that's pretty much
That's
what.
that's smart. So I'm in this process right now.
Mhm.
I'm just about to get the Shohei Otani card. So I'm about halfway.
Good card.
Um, and I did the
Good
same. I
card.
did the moments, and now I'm on to the missions. Well, I had the first inning umbrella map that I hadn't finished yet. So
Mhm.
I was like, okay, let me just load up my lineup with these cards. And I just completed that. But I think your strategy is probably a little bit better, time efficient, right? Now,
I'm efficient.
yeah. Now I did kill two birds with one stone. I did the first inning conquest map, and I did some, but I'm not close yet. So I need to definitely play like another 9 inning game versus the CPU. And like you said on
Mhm.
rookie, you'll just bang them out of the park all day,
Do
right?
you
I mean,
finish? Do you finish the first inning program already?
I not all the way. I got the boss. I got the
So
first inning
there
boss.
is when you go to the first inning program, you have to collect 3 tops now card and 3 player of the month, the one they give you on the
I
Buxton
s-
program,
I saw
and
that.
that's 100,000 XP right there.
Wow. So that's
So
gonna
that's
get me. Yeah, that's gonna
yeah,
get me those two extra 10 packs of
exactly,
you know.
exactly. So that's why I completed the first inning because I was like, how I'm gonna do it because I had everything done and there's no way I can get like I needed like 150,000 XP maybe to
Yeah.
finish the whole program. I'm like, there's no way I'm gonna do it. Like, wow, I
Right.
gotta play online, and even play online, it's gonna take a lot of games. And
Mhm.
there was nothing offline for me to do, or because there was at least nothing of value for me. And
Yeah.
then they came out with that. That's that alone, right? This is 100,000 XP.
That's
So that was
awesome.
that was awesome. That was pretty good right there. Actually, so that was actually finished the whole first inning program. And I just got a few diamonds out there. So I saw them and just got my teams completed. Maybe just doing the collection, of course,
Yeah.
and just trying to do it. I easily made like 40, 50K yesterday profit
Nice.
just alone.
Nice. And
Just alone.
so let me ask you this because you did the whole path, the whole player
Mhm.
of the month, April, and all the
Yeah.
cards you get along the way. Did who do you like? Who don't you like? Who are you gonna keep? Who aren't you really gonna have in your lineup? I mean,
Well,
when I just glanced at it, it looks like there's some
mhm.
pretty good value there. Some nice
Yes,
cards,
definitely.
like some cards that I'd want to try at least.
I would say fishing wise, the Kobe Burns,
Mm-hmm.
whatever his name is, when talking about,
Yeah.
it's the only diamond pitcher out there. Definitely pretty good. Definitely gonna make my squad. So I mean, as of right now, because there is no too many 99s on the market.
Right.
And the Otanika is gonna be on the bench. He's coming off the bench.
Mm-hmm.
He I mean, he cannot pitch though. He's just going to
Yeah.
hit.
Massive
Cannot
power
pitch.
though, right? Massive power.
Amazing power, 100 power
Yeah.
and 95 something against lefty. So that's
Wow.
pretty much. And the other one is actually decent enough. It's the second base, Nick something, Nick Car- Nick something definitely.
Right.
It's one that's you watching it right now.
Yeah, I'm trying to look at it. You know what's funny? The Show Nation website is not really what it used to be, huh?
No, it's not. It's way different right now.
Because they
And
used to have the programs on there where you could see it and stuff, and now
yeah,
now you're relying on Twitter, but like on Twitter, their Twitter feed only shows the Byron Buxton card, right? It doesn't
yeah,
show.
I probably should have the card somewhere over here on my phone. But yeah, the that second base too,
Mhm.
actually a lot of power. Not the best defense, but you definitely a lot of power. And
Nice.
Justin Turner actually. So I got like 3 or 4 guys, and of course the Boston is on the center field as of right now.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
far, pretty good. Good card. They cannot use the card like he should be a little bit juicier, I believe. But I also know why they didn't do it. It's only May, so they definitely waiting for
Yeah.
more the months most go over because if you make it like a 95 juice card right now,
It'll be
it's gonna break.
end game
It will
card,
be
right?
end game
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
So
I'm even a bit surprised at 95, like the first play of the month. Boom. It's very obtainable, I think. Like
oh yeah,
anybody can do it, right? And like you
it is
said, you did it in 2 hours. Let's say you do it in 4 hours. That's still great value, I think.
definitely.
That's
Yeah, like I said, the guy is definitely worth it.
yeah.
And if you are like, a guy who don't spend money on the game and you want to get free car, at least out of the all the 8 cards I believe they have on the pads, you can easily use 3 or 4 or maybe 5 and put in your lineup because
Yeah.
they usually 2 cards that you can actually get into the game right away.
Especially if you're a free to play player, right? Like no money spent.
Yeah,
Like a lot
exactly.
of those cards are really good. Like for this
Really
stage in the
good.
game, and we're barely into May. Man, I mean, you can field a half a team with what you're getting in that pack,
Exactly.
So
We like I said, we bet into May, and my team already looks way better than it was last year around this time.
yeah, yeah,
So I can go online and compete with everybody who has a cheaper job or whoever they got because I also got guys who can also compete with it.
yeah.
And there was the same thing with this parallel, the new prestige thing. It was amazing
It's
to
awesome. Okay, now that we're onto that, like that's a great
Mm.
point. Who do you like? Everybody, I have a card that I've just like. I think I'm gonna keep him in the lineup until I don't know because maybe his number like his overall rating is low, but
Mhm.
he's up to level 2 or 3 now for me, and I feel like he's just raking for me. Do you have a guy like that?
Oh yeah, I got 3 guys like that.
Yeah,
Joey Gallo, always.
yeah.
That guy just crushed the ball.
Now you
I don't
talk
care.
the 42 series, Joey Gallo. The
Yeah,
80,
yeah, yeah.
yeah, yeah,
I'm
yep.
talking about all the 42. And Jordan Alvarez, that dude is a cheat code.
Yeah.
It's literally a cheat code. I haven't hitting over 640 with me.
Wow.
And he's
Wow.
just coming off the bench and he's leading off the team on home runs. And he's just coming off the bench. He's not even on my starting lineup, because
Wow.
the defense is not the greatest.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, let's just go off the bench. And I was like playing events. I played like 10 events game. I won like 8 of them. And he was just coming off the bench. And every time it was a home run. He was getting on base. That dude is amazing. And the other card I really like, I say all the time, I can wait for his high overall, is this Jason Dominguez card. The
Mhm.
I believe number
prospect
one
card?
prospect from the Yankees right now.
Yes.
That dude is a switch hitter, has power, can run, can feel. He's 99 or whatever they're gonna give it to him. It's gonna be amazing if they
Yeah.
do it.
Yeah. That's good to
It's gonna
know.
be like a Mickey Mantle type of card because it's amazing. And
Wow.
it's up to parallel too.
Uh-huh.
So I can wait for the car. It's definitely going to be juiced up. And I'm going to use it. Like I said, it's going to be really, really hard this year to decide who is going to be in the outfield.
Yeah. Yeah.
But there's so many. It's going to be so many outfields right now.
I know the outfield is absurd. It's
It's absurd.
ridiculous. I haven't gone online much. You watched me stream the other day. That was like the most.
Yeah, I did.
I did like 3 or 4 ranked games, and that was fun. But I haven't really put my team together where I really feel good about like the online. So I've been kind of playing, how I've been playing so much stuff offline that I don't really care who's in there right now. But I am not able to take Trey Turner out of my lineup, man.
No, if you mean that,
I got him as a gold. I pulled him as a gold. That was like my first, the packs that they give you with the game. And I pulled him. I was like, oh, perfect. Great. Put him in there. He started raking with me. So now he's like parallel 3 for me. And he went diamond last week, right? When he was in the first
even better.
Now, so he's a low diamond, but dude, he just kills it for me across the board in every game mode. If I need a hit, I get a hit from this guy. If I need a double, It's just timely hitting from him all day long. It's incredible. So I don't know. The thing is, there's gonna be there's already some cards that look sexier than him, but I just can't justify it. He's so good.
No, I believe you, and that's the same. If you're doing good with a car, don't take it off.
Yeah.
There's maybe a high overall, a shortstop probably, or a first base or whatever it is. But if you're doing good with that car, like you're actually crushing every time. Don't take it off. Until like they bring another car or you see that the car is not good, it's not doing better anymore. Then yes, okay. But if not, just keep going with that car because it's gonna be your go-to-go car.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's exactly what I do with the car. If I'm doing good with that car, it's staying out there. I don't care who it is, unless I get my throw in a pack.
Sure.
And we can think about it. But if not, it's gonna be there right there.
I agree, man. And good thing about Gallo, I totally agree. By the way, Gallo is a must start for me too. He's in my lineup all day.
Yes.
Luckily, I can hide him at first base too, and that'll give me an extra outfield spot too. But he's so good. He's such a good out. That's the other thing. Do you want to do that?
And that's the thing. He also played third base.
Yeah, third base
with diamond defense. No, we just go with diamond defense.
Right.
Left field with diamond defense. The right field and first base with diamond defense.
Mhm.
And you got a big bat right there who can hit against lefties and righties. Okay, his contact and vision is not the best one, but let's be honest. In this game, you just need power.
out of the park.
you just need power in this
Right.
game. Nobody cares about contact. Power is always going to be king.
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah.
That's just the rule.
Aside from a leadoff hitter that's got some speed and stuff, like maybe you want some contact there, but yeah, like you said, hey, a leadoff home run is pretty good too, right?
It's also good too.
That's pretty
It's
good.
also good. I remember I was last year actually. I got Joey Gallo leading off. I was playing events because I was doing something, and I play a lot of event games. He was always leading up. He went from having like 14 home runs to end at the year or the events. I was playing with like 84 leading off.
Wow.
So that dude actually leading off is unbelievable, ridiculous, amazing.
I
The
believe
power
it.
he has.
Yeah.
The power is just amazing.
He's got such a sweet swing. I mean, it's just awesome. Certain players, I have Freddie Freeman too. I've always done really well with him, but
I saw it.
and he heated up during that stream. Finally, I talked a bunch of crap about him, and then all of a sudden he started heating up. But now I'm kind of tossed up. I don't know, but he's parallel too now. I don't know.
Sometimes they help. When you do some crap about the players, I don't know if they're hitting or something. They just wake up and they start doing good.
I think it's that microphone in that PS5 controller.
Maybe they're listening to like, this guy's talking trash about me now. It's gonna hit it now,
Right.
And that worked actually.
That's
It's
great.
like,
That's funny.
kind of crazy sometimes, man.
So, first inning is wrapping up. Obviously, do you have all three bosses so far, or who did you
No.
select? Who did you like? Who was your selection when you?
I got my Piazza.
Mhm.
So far doing so good for me in run season. I haven't tested the events because you cannot play with him in the events.
Right.
But in run season so far, amazing. Home runs behind the plays, decent enough for now. The one I thought actually was going to be like, this guy is not good at all. It's Valenzuela.
Mhm.
Oh my God, I was so wrong about that.
Really?
That dude is amazing. I faced him and it was amazing. I just couldn't hit it.
No kidding.
I was like screwball, fastball, ticker change, and curveball. Like, this guy is going to be bad in practice. It's going to be BP with him.
Right.
It wasn't like that.
Really?
That screwball, I don't know what they did with screwball, but that screwball is just amazing. It breaks like your face going up, it's going down, and you hit and you swing, and it's just a ground ball. I couldn't hit it. Until the guy didn't took him off, I couldn't score any wrong with him.
Wow, dude, that's so frustrating, right? You're like,
It is. He's like, okay, I'm gonna play this guy, and then the fastball is just like 92, 93, right? So nothing amazing. But then he throw you like 2 or 3 screwball and circle changer, and then he throws a fastball, and 92 is coming like 150 to you.
yeah.
So you'll be like, I'm so late on this fastball.
Wow, I have not faced him yet, but that's good to know because what do you think for the second inning? Do you think they're gonna do the same thing that they have in the past where you have to trade or you have to exchange your not exchange, but collect, right? Collect the 3?
Probably, yeah. I mean, that might can happen. Maybe
Mhm.
they change it. They change it this year a little bit with the with the experience instead of star or points from last year. So
Yeah.
but I believe that's gonna happen because last year they actually had the player of the month. You have to like collect like 25 players
Mhm.
or the tops now from the wish they gave you
Yeah.
and put it into the player of the month. So maybe that's gonna happen this year.
Uh-huh.
Like I wouldn't be surprised at all. They actually have to like exchange the three bosses for maybe like 75,000 XP
Yeah.
or 75 points or maybe less or more. Who knows? But I bet it's gonna happen. I believe it's
Yeah.
definitely going to happen.
I think so too. Do you think the price will fluctuate at all for those bosses right
Um,
now?
it used to happen last year. Well, it was only PlayStation. Now it's like PlayStation and Xbox.
Right.
Maybe it's really hard to say.
Yeah.
I would say between yes and no. Maybe like a maybe it's gonna
Mm.
happen. Maybe like 5,000 store or 6,000 store.
Nothing
More.
extreme though. You're not
No,
thinking.
no,
No.
it's just not going for like 100,000. It's not gonna happen.
Yeah.
It's way too many of those three cars in the market right now floating, so it's not gonna happen. And
True.
people are going just selling right away. Maybe it's only like 5,000, 6,000 more,
Yeah.
and they just come back again like
It'll
in a
it'll
little
come
few
back
days.
down probably.
It'll
Yeah.
come back
Yeah.
down a little
Once
few
the
days
hype.
again.
Yeah. People. That's the thing, right? They release something and everybody wants to race to be the first one to get it, right? All the
Yeah,
content
exactly.
creators race out
Yeah,
there, and
yeah.
yeah. So I
It's
actually
always like that.
right. So I actually I was desperate for a catcher. Like I mean, desperate. I had Jason Kendall. I could not hit with him at all, at all. So I was like over it, and I think you were in there maybe. But I was like, I got the stubs. I'm just gonna get Piazza. So I bought him at like 32K or something like that.
Yeah, yeah, nothing
And
expensive.
so I bought him before I reached the level, get the boss. So now I
Mhm.
got the pack. I haven't opened it yet, but I'm trying. Now I'm leaning toward
I would say Valenzuela actually
Valenzuela.
because
Yeah.
now with this Boston out there in the outfield,
Mm,
Kenny Lofton, I don't know, it's not going to be
yeah.
that good because you got a free car you can get who can actually run up to 99 and hits and field and
Mm,
has a good arm. So pretty much everything. And Kenny Lofton, he just has contact and he can have decent fielding, but he cannot throw the ball at all. He doesn't have any arm strength.
yeah. Yeah.
So Boston is definitely, in my eyes, better than
Yeah.
way 10 times better than the Kenny Lofton right now.
Yep. Yeah. I think that's the route I'm going. And then the only reason I would buy the Lofton then is to trade it in if
To
it,
collect,
yeah,
yeah,
collect it. Yeah. Okay. So second inning, that's tomorrow, right? Today?
that's
What?
tomorrow,
Wait,
Friday. Yeah,
yeah,
it's
Friday.
tomorrow. I know it's been just, it's just flying, man. It's
S-
just flying. Who are we going to get tomorrow in the second game? Who do you
That
think they might be like? Get this guy.
I don't know who I think that we're gonna get. I could tell you who I would think would be cool to get.
Please.
I would love like a Timmy Lincecum card. Like that would be.
For
But
the
that's
Angels.
just a personal because I've always been a huge Tim Lincecum fan, and like that would fit right now. Also, I need pitching. I need pitching.
It's
I
enough
want the
patience.
freak. That's what I want. I don't think we'll get it, but that would be cool.
I think they're going to do it like last year. They're going to release the Big 99 starting like maybe the fifth inning, like
Mm,
they did last year.
yeah.
When they released Mariano, Papi, and Barry. Yeah, no, Larry Walker. So
Hmm.
there was a fifth inning that the Big 99 start coming.
Yeah.
So I believe that's when they're going to do it. So for now, I'm going to go with another pitcher, probably like relief pitcher because we actually need relief pitcher in this.
True. True.
No,
There's not.
there is some out there, but maybe like the Goosage one, you have to complete the American League East to get him, I believe. So
Mm,
that's a lot of stops.
yeah. I got
There
Eck,
is,
Eck
Mhm.
from the AL West, Eckersley.
I'm trying to get egg, but I need one car, and it's going for 1,000 stops, and nobody's selling it.
And it's I hate that.
And there's like 1,500 people trying to get it. So I'm just gonna be like, I'm gonna wait like a few weeks, whatever it is, to get the Eckersley,
Yeah.
because it would be nice to have him right now. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
That's the only card I need, but you just need time. Like, like I say, I'm not even going to get angry about it. Whatever I can get it, I'm gonna get it. Probably for like
And
20
maybe
stops.
you'll pack the guy. Maybe you'll pack him.
Yeah,
You
I
know.
would say definitely a relief pitcher. Who we'll see who we can get.
Yeah.
Maybe like a second baseman wouldn't be bad at all. Even though
Second
they
base.
released a second base yesterday from the play of the month, but maybe like a little better use up.
Yeah.
Um,
I always
I
like
would
when they
say,
release like catcher, middle infield, relievers. They're always kind of hard to come by, like really good ones. There aren't that many. Like
mm,
outfielders are just
yeah, outfield is
crazy.
crazy. It's
And
crazy.
so I was really happy when I saw Piazza in the first inning. And I was always a huge Mike Piazza fan back in the day. So I was like, oh, this is it. No brainer.
Yeah,
That's who I want. So it's like cool. So like you said, like for this next inning, give us something that we need. Like, give us a middle infield,
yeah,
second
middle infield.
baseman,
Uh,
reliever.
I would love to have a relief pitch.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Doesn't have to be a closer. Just give me some 92, 93 overall relief pitcher.
Some
So we
nasty
can, yeah.
break.
So exactly. So we can use for the next, I don't know, 2 months until like the big ones comes, or 3 months, and then I'm gonna be happy with it.
Yeah,
But I would say a relief pitcher, um, infield for sure, and definitely gonna be an outfield probably, or maybe
probably.
a third, or
Third
maybe a
baseman or something.
two infield. Yeah, two infield. Even though they released another third baseman yesterday, but I would say definitely outfield is coming for sure.
Yeah.
Now, who they are, maybe are legends, maybe like two legends they can throw out there. I don't know, maybe exactly who they have the right for right now.
It's never
Or if it-
current players, right? It's never current MLB players, is it?
sometimes they do.
Really?
Sometimes they do. I guess they did it a few years ago with the program. They had like McCutcheon out there, I
Okay.
believe. So yeah, they
Yeah.
they they can do it. Like I said, they definitely can do it. It will always be like probably like a prime car, or a veteran, or
Mhm.
an all-star car. We haven't seen
Yeah.
maybe. Um,
Well, so
I don't.
spoiler alert.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give you my prediction for the third inning, boss, right now.
Oh, whoa, wait, whoa.
Are you ready for
We're in the
this?
second. Okay, well, bring it.
I'm
Bring
just
it
saying because for second inning there was not enough time for that. But what about a prime Albert Pujols card for the third inning? Like a Cardinals, like how cool would that be?
That would be cool. Just too early, I believe.
Too early?
They always release the big pool late in the year.
Damn it.
You know that would. I mean, the idea is not bad.
Okay,
It's
that's my
just too early.
seventh inning prediction.
That's okay. That's okay. But like I say, he will get there probably, maybe like a World Series reward again,
Yeah.
or a boss, or a BR reward, or in between something. They definitely if they had the right for Puja. I don't know if they keep the rights now that he's gone. I don't know how that works.
Yeah, I mean
But
he's designated for assignment, so technically he's a free agent. I think he should still be in the player
so
pool. Yeah.
he definitely should still be there then.
Hmm.
But yeah, I would those type of cards, they always come late in the year. After the fifth inning, we can start definitely talk about and say, okay, this guy is going to come and
Yeah.
just made the position for these three guys, or they might just leak it. I don't know.
Right.
It always happens.
Well,
It always
Willie
happens.
Mays would be great too. Willie Mays,
Willie
but
Mays would be great too.
but again,
And
that's got to be like a 99, right? So that it's
it
got to
gotta be
be.
like a
Yeah,
99.
yeah. And you're right,
It,
Pujols as well. Now, maybe like a Pujols All-Star card from 2000, because he did make the All-Star team with the Angels, like in 2015. I think he hit like
he
40.
did. He did.
Now that would not be as juiced as like his absolute prime with the Cardinals, but I don't know. Now you're probably just flooding the market with too much stuff.
Yeah, and the Pujo again. There is remember there is this 89 Pujo, I believe. It's a rookie
That's
from
right.
the big US map, which I
That
never do.
that's
I
right.
never do that map.
I don't
It's just too much.
same.
It's just too much.
I've done it
And
about 2 years, and then I was just,
I never done it. I never done it any year. I can do it. It's just way too much. Playing way too many games. It's just not going to bring me like an 89 pool. It's just not going to make my lineup right now. Let's be
yeah,
honest.
yeah. I'm with you.
No,
The
it's not gonna
reward
happen.
is just not. There's so much better time spent on other stuff where you can get
Exactly.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if you like to grind the game offline, play offline, then yes, go and
Mm.
go and do the US map. No doubt about it. But for me, it's not worth it to do it. So
Yeah.
that's how I'm gonna roll. But like I said, I'm saying for tomorrow. For tomorrow, I hope relief pitcher or closing pitcher. Definitely somewhere around 93,
Yeah.
94 maybe top, and some infield and outfield pro is gonna be again.
A filthy reliever would be pretty nice. I mean, to take into ranked seasons and stuff, just to have
Yeah,
something.
definitely.
Because man, when your starter, at least for me, like when my starters get dinged up, man, I'm looking at the bullpen and I'm like, I don't feel
Oh,
great about any of these guys. Like, it's not gonna get any better.
that was me actually, but actually I got my bullpen actually now is the wear one, which is amazing.
Mhm.
I went and yesterday actually with all the stops I got, I invested and I flip it and I still having like ended up with 50. I
Nice.
make 85, so I bought this Jeury Familia,
Oh
the
yeah,
90 I believe.
yeah.
So I got him. I got a John Franco from the one you finished the Mets too, which is
Okay,
also good.
that's a good one. Okay, good to know.
Yeah, it's actually better than I expected, to be honest.
Okay.
Same with this Billy Warner from the BR reward. I got
Mhm.
him too. Just bought it because I know it's going up sometimes, and then just gonna sell it back when he's up, so I can make some stocks back. But for
Yeah.
now, it's there and the Chapman one. I
Oh
got
yeah.
a
I
lightsaber Chapman too. I got him too, and gonna get it and see what happens.
Yeah. Nice, nice. Have you tried that Matt Barnes card? The Matt Barnes reliever? That was part of the monthly moments
Yeah, but it's not
but
it's not out there yet.
I have him.
You
Did I buy him? I may have bought him. Can you buy him? Is he
No, you
auctionable?
can't buy it. No, you
Really?
mean the one for the daily moments?
For the no, for the April player of the month, I think there's a mission for Matt Barnes, right? I think it's an 87 or
Really?
yeah.
I must miss that probably.
I know I might.
I totally
Well,
missed that.
I'll see if I
I
can
gotta go
blend
and
him in on
check.
the screen. Maybe I'm full of crap too. I don't know, but
I don't know. The one I know there is the one from the daily moments. You have to, like do one moment every day until
right,
you
right,
get
right.
the card. And I don't know if it's that map bomb maybe because I know it's Gary Sheffield, the big reward, the 93,
Mm-hmm.
and Matt Kemp, and I believe it's also map bomb right
Madison
there.
Bumgarner, yeah, yeah.
So yeah,
The
so
evolution,
must be
right?
that one. Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
the evolution one. So
Yeah.
might be that one. But maybe there is some other one I just didn't saw before. I just don't know right now. I cannot tell you yes or
Well,
no.
I went out to the auction house when I finished the moments for the April.
Mhm.
I've not done the tops moments at all, really, at all. So I haven't gotten those packed, you know. So I went on the auction house and I went and saw, okay, what are the tops now cards that are
Mhm.
available. So I bought a couple. I bought like 3 or 4 of them. I had the stubs. I'm just gonna sell them back when I'm done with it. But I would just wanted to load my lineup with as many tops now, as so I can knock it out quicker. So I want to say he was one of them, and he was pretty filthy. Like I've been using
Right.
him he's a closing pitcher. Matt, I think it's Matt Barnes, closing pitcher, and he was part of the missions. You got to get like 5Ks with him. So
Really?
yeah, and he's pretty
I
good.
gotta see that. I gotta see that
He's got a
definitely.
lot of break on his ball. I mean, a lot of break. So you might like him. He's only got 3 pitches. I think he's got a let's say a cutter, a nasty like sweeping curveball that's absolutely filthy, and then just a four seamer. I think so. I think four seam cutter and a sweeping like curve that's just
Okay.
nasty. Pretty good, pretty good. I mean, again, I haven't played online with him, but man, I like his break. Like a lot of movement on that pitch.
I'm gonna check it out. I'm definitely
Hmm.
gonna check it out. How let me ask you something. How have the service have been for you so far? Because I know last weekend
Uh,
and the week before the service were a little bit like
yeah, Friday was rough. Last Friday was rough.
yeah, no.
And that's kind of a bummer because and I get it. Everybody comes, but that's the night, right? People come home from work. Everybody wants to play, and then you can't play. And now what do? You just sit there and it's
Yeah.
like, ah. So Friday, Saturday, it got better for me at least. And again, we're not only in different countries, we're on different continents. You and
Yeah.
me.
True.
So everybody might have different experiences, but Saturday got better. Saturday I was pretty much good. That's the day I streamed and I was up pretty much all day. This week it's been great for me. But then again, a lot of the time I play is in the daytime here. Because I work from home, I can kind of sneak a couple games in. So
Yeah.
it's not really prime time gaming hours. So I don't know how the servers have been at night, but I know people are still experiencing issues, right? What about
Yeah.
you?
No. Oh, actually, it cost me a game. I was just loading into the game,
Yeah.
and before we even play a game, it just boot me out.
And you got the loss?
I got the loss.
Oh, that's
I was like, yeah, just forget about it and keep going.
mhm.
And I know it's like I would like hate, just hate, but I don't like to get on the servers all the time because I know they're working hard to solve the issue with the servers. I'm not
Yeah.
going to blame it all because I know they want people to get into the game and play the game the best they can without any server issues. And it's really hard for them to, but it's been
Yeah.
like 3 weeks arranged the game.
I know. And you know what though? I thought about this because we have a little cheat sheet. For those of you who don't know, behind the scenes here, how the magic happens. We have a little cheat sheet that Big Papi is kind enough to kind of write out the little notes and what we're gonna be talking about, maybe, possibly. And then we always stray away from that, but he's pretty good at that. So I started reading them and I started thinking about it. And I was gonna ask you, how is it that it's it's every not only is it like it's every year that the servers are kind of crap at the beginning of the launch, it seems like, but specifically in sports games. Like sports games, since I can remember, since the beginning of time, the servers on all sports games pretty much have always been crap. Now, Madden is better than others, but then you see like these multiplayer shooter games like Call of Duty and stuff where it's just low like the player base is probably way bigger than any of these sports games, and those servers seem to be just fine for the most part. Now there's exceptions, but it seems like it's always a thing with the servers, you know?
I just think they need to spend more money on the servers.
Yeah,
I
it's
don't know what
resources
type of
probably.
yeah, I don't know what type of server they're using, or if they're using the one from Amazon's or Google, whatever they are. They need to spend more money on the servers. And I'm like I said, I'm not a sport maker of game or something. I don't know how that works. You probably know more than me because you work at EA, so you know exactly how it is. But for me, the servers you need to spend more money on the servers and get better servers, or just trying to figure out how to do it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't pretend to know how all that stuff works either, but I'm with you on that. Like usually when you throw more money at a problem, it's gonna get better. Like that is a thing. I mean, that is for sure a thing, right? And I do know that there is, you know, you don't want to. They don't want to go overboard. They don't want to spend so much money on just server overload, and the player base isn't that big. And so I think they're always kind of like guessing how many people are going to be playing this game. So how much like bandwidth, so to speak, do we need? That's what it seems like to me, at least. I don't know. And but when you introduce a whole nother console, whole nother, and then to top it off, it's pretty much free to play to anybody that has Game Pass. How can you even judge how many people are gonna come funneled into, right? Like that to me is like, wow. How do
Yeah,
you?
I believe they actually got like caught surprised a little bit with them when they say Xbox was going to be free, because I don't think they kind of knew it was going to happen. Maybe like somebody, like we said before, in a suit decide, okay, we're going to make this game for Xbox for free,
Uh huh.
and they'll be like, oh, okay, we only got like 4 weeks, to prepare everything for the game,
Right.
and maybe they just like, okay, now we're going to have a problem. Maybe they knew it before. Maybe they know. Like I said, we don't know. We just speculating about it. What
Sure.
might have happened. But if that was the case, then yeah, I understand. Then they knew it was going to be thrown from the beginning, because you got like I don't know how many thousand people from Xbox and millions of people playing from PlayStation at the same time, and that's what they did back in February, the beta test, to see if the servers were good, and the servers weren't good at all. I spent like 3 days trying to finish a game because it was bad.
Wow.
It was just a test,
Yeah.
and we understand that's a test. We're like, okay, it's gonna get better, and I hope it gets better.
Mm.
But I don't know if it's going to get like that the whole year. I don't think it's going to be like that the whole year. They're going to eventually figure out and fix the servers how it is. But if they caught by surprise, be like, okay, we're going to make this game for free for everybody now, and they'll be like, oof, okay,
I
it
don't
ain't
know
gonna be
for
good.
right.
It's it's not gonna be good for anybody. We're going to have a lot we're going to have a lot of issues with it, because it's not the
Yeah.
same for free. Then you don't have to buy the game, because not everybody's going. Not everybody's a baseball fan on Xbox.
Sure. Sure.
But when you put it for free out there, be like, let me try and see what happens.
Everybody's gonna at least try it, right? So
At least
everybody's
try.
gonna log in and boom. That I mean, yeah, I get it. I get it. It's just so frustrating.
It is, man. It is. But and again, I don't want to give them shit all the time. I just gonna give them time. Eventually, they're gonna fix it. Hopefully, they fix it.
Yeah,
If not, then people are gonna complain on Twitter about it. We'll
yeah.
see.
That's just how it. And like back to Papa Vaz last week, right? He said it best. Like they're trying they're as frustrated just as we are when the servers go down. Not only do they want us to enjoy the game, they want to enjoy the game too, and they want to see people enjoy the game. So I mean, and oftentimes I think the people that the anger gets directed at the wrong people at times too, right? People take to Twitter and they start tagging developers or even just like PR people who have literally nothing to do with that stuff, right? And they just go in on them, and it's like, dude, I don't know. I mean,
Yeah, exactly.
you know,
Or they just start Ramon. Like, yo, Ramon cannot do everything on the game, man. He just
right,
he's just the community manager. He's not the guy who fixes the server.
right.
There's somebody else, man. But everybody just know him. And be like, okay, you're just gonna type this
He's
guy
just
because,
taking hits like bam,
he's just
bam,
taking his.
bam.
It's pretty much the same happened with 2K with running 2K.
Right,
Something
right.
goes wrong.
Fire
everybody
Ronnie.
goes,
Hashtag fire Ronnie. I'm like, dude, this guy. Poor
we
guy.
run 2K, and eventually they get to my one. Is the director, the director of the game, pretty much. But pretty much it's running 2K. Like your games are this and that, and you see everybody because I was part of the community of the NBA 2K. I know there's a way too toxic. That's the most toxic community I have ever been a part of.
Yeah.
And I was part of the Call of Duty community back in the days when you couldn't even get on the lobbies because people were just cussing at you just because of your name.
Right.
So
right.
that the NBA 2K is really toxic. But
it is.
When something goes wrong, they go up to the higher guy, and this guy is either Ramon or it's only Ramon. The only or my one is over 2K.
Oh, you mean 2K? Yeah. Ramon is the only guy that's like out front.
He's the only guy.
Yeah.
Exactly. So like, okay, man. Sometimes they know the problem. Like yesterday, there was a little glitch with the Danny Duffy missions for the pitching, and everybody started tagging people. And there was somebody, and there was actually somebody. No, it was Papa who say he wrote, "Okay, who is going to be the 987 people who tag SDS about the same problem?" And I was like, Ryan, and I wrote under the comment, I'm gonna be the 1,000 people who's gonna complain about it.
I mean, it's funny. That's just the nature.
It is.
I mean, yeah. But I used to get angry. I used to be all outspoken. I'm kind of, I guess, with age, you get over that.
Yeah,
part,
definitely. Yeah, I'm just gonna take it easy, man. Whenever it happens, it happens. If I lose a game because of connection, I'm just going to like quietly turn off the PlayStation and just spend time with my woman, and that's it.
And punch the wall.
And punch the wall my way out. That because you just can't get angry at the game. You get I'm about to be 30, so I'm gonna get wiser actually.
That's smart, man.
It has to be like that, yeah.
That's smart, man. On this note, so what are you gonna? I'm assuming you're gonna be grinding second inning, right? Tomorrow you're gonna see what.
I'm gonna be grinding. Let's see who they have.
Yeah.
I'm going to do first of all the missions offline first. Like I don't know if I'm going to jump into run season right away or something like that. I'm just going to see what they have first, and then grind a little bit, see how it does. I'm not going to grind up to like the first inning on 1-9. It's just not going to be me. That's just
I agree.
Not for me.
That
because it's not a job. It's a hobby for me.
Exactly. You don't want to get burned out either. And the inning programs to me, they're always kind of like it's like almost like a battle pass, right? In other games.
Yeah.
Like you're gonna get there eventually, and I pay attention what I need to do, and then I pop in there and I do like the daily exchange or something for shin guard, whatever. But I don't like I'm with you on that because guess what too? If I just knock it out in the first day, 2 days, then I don't have anything to play for for another month or so. So
I'm gonna get bored.
Yeah,
I'm gonna get bored, and I'm just not going to hop into the game.
Exactly.
And that's exactly what I don't want. So I'm just trying to do something every day who keep me coming back to the next day.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe the play of the month was yesterday. I just wanted to get it off the way because it was almost the last inning. Okay, but then today maybe I just do some daily missions and play some run season game, and tomorrow do something else, and so on and so on. I'm just not going to run and wait for it. It's just not going to be me.
Yeah, and that's the beauty of this game too. It's not very. It's so many ways you can spend your time in it that
way too many.
You can diversify, and you don't get too bored or burned out. At least that's kind of what I do too. Like I said, I did the conquest, and then I hop over to some battle royale, whatever. I just kind of mix it up, and it's always interesting. I do like it. I do like having different team compositions and stuff like that. So, but yeah, on that note, I think that was a successful third episode. One other thing I wanted to mention, because we do welcome guests on this show. If you're a streamer or a YouTuber, or if you have an interesting baseball background or baseball story, reach out to us. Pop in our Discord, tag us. You can find us on Twitter. It's all going to be down there. We're totally open to having like-minded folks on. Cool people, whatever. So definitely get involved. Any closing words from Big Papi?
I'm gonna just grind the game. I'm just
All
gonna
right.
keep on the grind and trying to get some grand season. Trying to make it 900. This took like 2 weeks, maybe, or like a week or something like that. We'll see what happens. Nothing crazy. If not, I'm just going to take it easy, chill on the game, make some stream, keep making YouTube videos. That's it, pretty much. I'm
Nice.
just gonna do it. Yeah, gonna take it easy. It's just the beginning. Not going to get burned out right away.
Right.
Because there's a lot of baseball to get this year.
No kidding. You got a lot more time to spend with this guy here. I don't need you to get burned
Exactly.
out and get all raised.
No. Not yet. It's gonna happen, but not yet.
Not yet. We'll wait till August.
I'm trying. I'm just trying to meditate and just take it easy and just have another approach to the game. Exactly. Every time.
On that note,
how about you?
Yeah, same here. I'm over kids, and I'm pretty happy right now. Everything's great. So the game is just a bonus. I'm playing it. If I lose, I would get mad if I'm really going for that 900 in ranked season and I get disconnected. Then I would probably have to walk away for a little while. But as of right now, that's not really what I'm playing. I'm hopping in from online, offline. I do a lot of offline stuff. So the server stuff, even if you get kicked out, or something like that, whatever. Like it doesn't, I'm okay with it too at this point. So
yeah, just trying to chill. Like I say, it's not a job. We don't doing this professionally. We just are like esport guys or something like that. We just do it for fun.
Right.
Same with this game. We just do it for the fun. It's fun for us, and as long as it's fun, we just gonna keep.
Well said. On that
Very
note,
much. It's just that pretty much.
On that note, thank you guys for tuning in once again. Make sure to subscribe. That would be really nice. Feedback is always welcome too in the comments. We'll put our Discord down there. We're gonna put Big Papi's YouTube down there because I know he's been uploading some pretty wild videos. He's had some pretty crazy experiences online. So
way too many.
We're gonna put that in there. The Discord, our Twitter. Just reach out to us, and we'll have conversations and hang out. Maybe we'll do some Discord streams in the future. We got all kinds of stuff that we're trying to get going once we get the community up a little bit. A few people in there. So, thank you guys for listening, watching, and we'll see you guys next week.
See you guys next week.
Bye.